Hi guys, today I'm going to be going through my September journal challenge insert. During September, I'm sure if you follow me on Instagram, you will know I've been doing, well, I made a journaling challenge and I took part in that throughout September. I didn't manage to do it every single day, but I did manage to complete it, which is better than I've done in the past. So if you haven't come across a journal challenge before, basically you have a different journaling prompt each day. It's completely up to you how you go about it. You could, if you wanted to, just use a notebook and write the journaling prompts out and that's it. Or if, like me, you want to be a bit more creative with it, I decided to set up a whole separate insert in my journal. So this is my day-to-day creative journal, which has, like, you know, documenting my life in it with my photos and stuff. And then this was just another insert I got, and I decided to pop that in there with my September journal challenge in. I'm going to share a quick flip through and then I'm just going to talk a little bit about the journal challenge and some of the things I enjoyed about it and some of the things I might do a bit differently in the future. Yeah, that is how it all turned out. As you can tell, I stuck with some sort of colour scheme throughout, and this was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be because I have so much craft stuff and obviously I have so many things I could use. What I decided to do was pull some things out of my craft stash and put it in a separate little box, and I had that sat on my desk throughout September. I had a load of this Victorian ephemera that I haven't used anywhere else, and it just fit perfectly with the rest of the colour scheme I was going with, so I had that in the box so I could just pull things out of there. I chose a load of washi tapes which were in the same sort of colour scheme, and obviously a few black and white ones just to break it up a bit. I also had a handful of book pages from Meg, which I've used throughout this, and I really love how it looks, especially when it's mixed with the watercolour. I just think that turned out so well. And of course craft things I pulled out as well because it's kind of a more subtle way to break up a page if you don't want to use black. As you can tell as well, I used a load of fabric leaves which I featured in the Works haul recently on my channel. I did go a little crazy with them. I thought I might put one or two in here, but I ended up just putting them wherever I fancied and going with it. So yeah, I did try and theme the decoration around each prompt. Some pages though are completely random and I've just stuck things down for the sake of being pretty. Something I really wanted to try out was tip-ins. I do use tip-ins in my general like day-to-day insert, but there's always a reason to have it. For example, I'll be making more space for writing on or adding a new photo or something. I don't just put them in for the sake of having like a pretty little flap in there, but that is something I tried to do this time around. For example, this bit of ephemera, completely no reason for it being there. It doesn't link to anything that's been written about on these two pages, and I wanted to find a way to display it without sticking it down on the page, because on the back of the piece of ephemera there's actually original writing, so whenever this was used last, I suppose, or whether it was stuck on a page and the writing's lifted off when it's been taken off, I don't know. So I didn't want to hide that at all, because this is actually a piece of Victorian ephemera, like it's actually from that time period, so the writing has been written by someone who lived in that time period. So I stuck it down on this clear, well, it's kind of clear, it's got obviously patterns on it, but yeah, this piece of acetate. I think Meg actually gave me the idea to do this on a piece of acetate, and then I've added a little tab on the top just because. So I tried to add a few things like that in here. I've got another one somewhere which is similar, this one, which isn't a piece of Victorian ephemera, it's just another pretty decorative tip-in. Along with those ones I do have more practical ones, I suppose. So this is just a piece of ephemera and I attached it to this page and added some writing on the back, so it's given me a bit more room to do some writing. I really enjoyed doing this one. I think it is the first one that I've completed like within a month of it finishing. So I got this finished at the start of October. Because there was 30 days in September, it took me up to the centre of the insert. I'm planning to use the rest of this insert for another journaling challenge that I'm going to be putting together for December. I'm probably going to have to go about it the same sort of way, so I'm going to prep my supplies and stuff before I start, and what I was doing was prepping my pages before the day came around. So I'd spend part of my day doing a few pages, like decorating a few pages, and then I'd journal onto that page on the day that the prompt is on. Throughout the whole of this, I had so many people say to me that they don't think they're going to keep up with it and they're going to get behind and they don't know if they want to do it because of that. And my mindset with all these journaling challenges is if you want to do it as a challenge, then by all means do it. But if you don't think you're going to be able to do it because of the challenge aspect of doing a page every single day, then don't do it. Just do it at your own pace, enjoy it. Even though I didn't get it done in the whole of September, I don't think I failed because, like, look at what I've got in the end. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed having a look through this with me. If you did take part in it and you've been sharing photos, I have been following along and looking at all your photos. I've tried to like almost all of them. I don't know if I spotted them all, but I did search the hashtag and I did like any that I was tagged in. If you do have any questions about it, let me know below. I'm not gonna list everything that I've used and where it all came from because that would be near impossible. But if there is a certain thing you've seen and you want to know where it's from, try and describe it and I will do my best to provide you a link or something. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching and I will see you in my next video.